Yes, indeed, folks. You're listening to Blue Please here on WOW Radio. Myself, Total Biscuit, taking you through to 2 a.m. real time and 9 p.m. moon time. Crazy Americans. Anyway, Martin W93 says that on the radio I'm funny, but on the forums I'm kind of bitter. I would refute any allegations that I'm actually funny. Really, I'm not. In the same way that Leroy Jenkins isn't funny, I'm not funny. No, I'm just bitter. I'm a bitter, cynical, twisted little man. And I hate you all. That's it. That's it. Right, anyway. Speaking of not funny, I managed to find quite a few things that aren't particularly funny. Before launching Imbecile of the Week, which is coming up quite soon, I found this. I'm going to post this link. I should get my lovely assistant, Lad, in fact, to post this link. Okay, where are you, lad? I hope you're listening to this. Here we go. Ooh, damn it! Okay, I'll post it myself. I'll actually do my work for myself. There we go. Now, I've just posted on the chat room a thread. I'm not going to read it out for you because quite frankly, that's silly. But basically, it's supposedly a funny movie, and it's called, "Oh my god, my server is down, the movie." Now, obviously, that is ready for hilarity. It really is. It's ripe for hilarity, clearly. Except it isn't. Basically, it's one skinny and one semi-overweight American kid shouting about various things with a crappy electric guitar in the background and then having a sword fight with these crappy little rubber swords. It's awful. It isn't funny. Now, I want to know why anyone in their right mind would believe that such a thing is funny. I want you to go there and I want you to download it just for the sake of it. Seriously, because it is awful. It's terrible. Click the link. It's one of the worst things ever committed to film. Stab, 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 stab. Die horribly and burn in hell. I hate you all. Really for that. That is... made me so angry. You can tell, can't you tell? I am extremely angry. It's the worst movie ever. People need to stop thinking they're funny, if they're not. They need to admit it, they're not funny. And I'm not funny. Leroy is not funny. Now, I've been commented on, how dare I hate on Leroy? What the hell is hate on Leroy? We're not in the ghetto now, kids. What is hate on Leroy? I don't like Leroy Jenkins because Leroy Jenkins is not funny. That's the simple reason for it. It was mildly entertaining the first time. We're getting back onto this subject, but I really can't help it. Leroy Jenkins isn't funny. At least he has chicken. Big bloody whoop. So have I. I've got chicken. See? There, chicken. I've got Murloc. I've got cow. That's not funny! It isn't funny! I'm gonna bust a blood vessel in my face. No. Never has been funny. It never will be funny. So don't pretend. Anyway, I think on that note, it's time to go on to our second feature of the evening. Imbecile. 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 Imbecile of the week. Yes. Now, we had Imbeciles of the week right there with the ridiculously crap video, and I hate you, basically. I hate the people who made it. And I hope you die horribly of a crippling disease. Now, here's the idiot. Here is a perfect example of why people should never play Korean MMOs. Here's the reason. Okay. I'm gonna post this. You can read this at your leisure, but I'm going to get on with it. Now, the title of this particular thread is called "Where Did It All Go Wrong for Me?" Now, my immediate answer would be when you were born, when you were spat out of your mother's womb. In fact, when you were conceived, something must have gone horribly wrong in this guy's head. Now, I don't hate the person as a person. I'm sure he's a very nice guy, but he is so lost. And here's why. He says this. I've been playing WoW for about a month now. I'm used to hardcore Korean-type online games where you have to train for 8 hours for 1% XP, etc. And there weren't any quests. I started WoW and I made a rogue as they seemed the most appealing. In certain games I played, previous cooperation and teamwork, aka grouping, wasn't really a factor. You played to compete with others only. I did the starting quest just to work out what was going on, and then I grinded, which to me was just leveling. What I suppose I was supposed to be doing, at least I thought. I'd sometimes get added to groups and they would ask me to quest what quest I was doing. I'd say none, just training, and they would respond in a surprised manner if this wasn't normal. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I got level 60 pretty easily just by grinding solo for 99% of it. All throughout the game I noticed strange abbreviations like UBRS, DM, etc. in the looking for group channels. I just ignored them, thinking I would eventually learn what they were. The upshot is I'm level 60 and I've never been to a single instance. I didn't even know what an instance was until I started to read the forum. I have no blue items at all, as I guess they all come from instances or quests. All my items just come from the auction house. I've dulled other players, often lower level than me, and been completely annihilated as my items are so poor. What did I do wrong? Did I miss the obvious signposts about instance? This post made my jaw drop onto the floor. How? How do you live? Oh, good lord. How can you live with yourself? He doesn't know what an instance is. How is this possible? You'd have to be blind. In fact, no, I would give the blind some credit here and say that the blind probably know more about World of Warcraft than this guy does. I don't know what an instance is. That's because you haven't done any quests. What, did you wonder what those little exclamation marks floating above some people's heads were? It's not, oh, I'm surprised to see you. You're a stupid Korean MMO player, and you don't know anything about World of Warcraft. Look at your gear. Ha ha ha. No, that's not how it works. You quest in World of Warcraft, mate. It's the way it's always been. If you'd even thought about reading any of the reviews before playing it, you would know that it's quest-based. If you'd even bothered to read the manual, you would know that it's quest-based. It's not grind-based. Questing is more efficient than grinding. It's more fun than grinding. It gives a purpose. But this guy hasn't done any quests. He just ground right at level 60. I'm amazed. I am astounded. This person doesn't know any instances and wonders why. He says, I feel I've got to level 60 but missed out on 99% of the game. Well, you've done something right by saying that, because damn right you have. You've missed the blindingly obvious. It's not a troll post, by the way. I really don't think it is, to be quite honest with it. Even if it was, it would still be funny, because I genuinely believe there are people this stupid. He says it's not a troll post, and to be quite honest, there's no way you can tell, because it's funny regardless, and that's what some of the guys in the channel say. People are genuinely stupid. They're generally stupid, and Korean MMOs, if this is what Korean MMOs are spitting out, then Korean MMOs must be banned from all 4 of the internets immediately. That's terrible. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say to that. That was, of course, Imbecile of the week. Yeah. Didn't know about instances. I'm amazed. So, the competition today, I would like you all to vote. I'm going to create a poll. I don't know where. Oh, yes. I'll use Craft Radio Forums. Fantastic idea. If you've never been over there, go to www.wcradio.com. Go over to the forums and join in with our small but friendly community. I'm going to put a poll on the WoW Radio area. I would like you to vote. Which was the bigger imbecile? Was it the 2 idiot kids that made that stupid video? Was it B, the guy who doesn't know how to play WoW? And I post that up there, and I would like your votes. Let's see who is the bigger idiot. So register over the World of Warcraft forums, because we're nice and friendly, and if we don't, well, we'll steal your things. Okay. Moving on to exploits. There's a thing about raiding cities that has a certain attraction to me. I like the idea. I think it's one of the biggest, potentially, bit of sort of self-created player content that you can get raiding a city. There's a big achievement in it. There's a lot of challenge in it because it's very hard. Let's face it, it's very tricky to do. But recently I came across this. I shall post this in the channel as well for your perusal. There we go. All those not in the WoW Radio channel, head over there, www.wcradio.com, click the IRC button and come and join the cool kids. Anyway, that's off topic, let's get on. Killing Thrall is this one. And Ringu here outlined a strategy recently employed on Bone Chew apparently to kill Thrall before the Horde could react. It involves basically getting a Warlock and 2 Rogues on the top floor of one of the deserted buildings in the Valley of Wisdom. There's plenty of them, let's face it. Getting the Warlock there could be pretty tricky, but not entirely impossible, let's face it. It's not impossible. It can be done. Especially if you go to the back entrance. And then you summon your entire Smegging guild on the top floor. You then have someone pull Thrall to the top floor, and apparently the guards won't follow at all. Thrall will be alone against 30 raiding alliance, and he can't react. That is crazy. It's crazy that apparently the boss of the entire Horde should be that easily killed. Now, as far as I'm concerned, raiding counters should be seriously challenging. There should be some really badass things happening in a city raid. So, okay. I attack Orgrimmar. I take my guild with me. I fight my way bravely towards Thrall's chamber. And then I kill a few more guards and kill Thrall. Bit underwhelming, has to be said. Yeah, he's a hard case, but wouldn't it be a little bit more fun if he summoned his loyal lieutenants to his aid? So, we've got Rexar comes in with his big feckin' bear and eats half your guild. That's fun. He summons in one of the other leaders. He summons in Cairn Bloodhoof, for instance, who then comes and lays the smacketh down on all the candy asses of the Alliance. That would be fun. He does something really badass. That would be great. But when he could do something like that, there's some serious problems there. There is a solution. There is certainly a solution. Gar says that Vol'jin is a lazy ass, and he just sits there. I want Dale's lieutenants getting in there and sticking the boot in. Making bloody messes out of everyone in that room. Thrall should be on the corpses of the dead, not being pulled on his own. Effectively, it's game exploitation as far as I'm concerned. That's all it is. It's just a wee bit exploitative. Simply because that shouldn't be happening. Of course it shouldn't be happening. There's no way that should be happening. That's just insane. So yeah, that needs sorting. Most definitely. To tie his lieutenants to Thrall. If Thrall gets attacked, they get summoned in. The guards are linked to him, they're tied to him. You can't go anywhere. They act like instance guards. They would chase the people down. Chase them down really hard. And kill the smeg out of them. And that's how it should work. But then, we've got the issue, of course. Big raids equals more lag. Which reminds me of a game I used to play. I used to play a game called PlanetSide. I still do. I actually got back into PlanetSide. And the big thing about PlanetSide was big battles. The problem was, the netcode and the engine can't really cope with it. So you've got big battles where the FPS, even on a supercomputer, gets nailed really badly. WoW is quite similar to this, in that if you have a large raid, you kill FPS, you can freeze up people's computers, and you can crash the server. That's bad, obviously. You know, that's not a good thing. Let's be realistic here. So, what's the solution? I'm not a coder. I'm not even going to pretend to be. People on the forums who believe they're coders and say, oh, well, the Blizzard's netcode is rubbish, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter, because you can't suggest a solution in fixing it. And let's face it, it's a tricky business. It's Blizzard's first foray into MMOs. But it needs dealing with, because large raids are fun. Anyway, I think, to be honest, I've blethered on quite long enough for the moment, and it's time to introduce what was one of the most popular features on our last show. People loved it so much, and I don't understand why. People thought it was funny. It may even be funny. It may actually be funnier than Leroy. Not that that would take much. Let's face it. Being funnier than Leroy doesn't take much effort. The feature, of course, goes by the name of Rapping the Forums. Now, why anyone wants to hear a British white boy rap. Not only rap, but simply take badly written forum posts and rap them? I really do not know. But they enjoy it. And simple things for simple minds. Let's go for it. Quite frankly, you are listening to our radio. Quite frankly, you are listening to Total Biscuit. Here with Blue Please, bringing in one of the most popular forums? Forums? No, I'm talking arse. Most popular features from last week's show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rap in the Forums. The second coming. Enjoy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to introduce another episode of Rapping the Forums. Yes, the plan behind Rapping the Forums was to demonstrate just how terrible some people's English language skills really are when it comes to the internet. We thought the only way of really proving that, and proving that some people really should never have been given a keyboard in the first place, is to combine it with the only other real-life total abuse of the English language that is not music. So here we go Rapping the Forums. First one coming up today, courtesy of Kaneda, level 6 Torrent Shaman. Oh, bring it on. Are we ready? A 1, 2, 3 and a 4. I was reported. Oh no, so I was playing my priest out in WP today, and I was proved in an IF chat looking for something better to do. So someone said something about LFG, PRD. So I'm asked what they're doing there. I don't really have any of the quests, so when they responded questing, I was like, I'll think about it. Think about it. So I finally decide I can't kill another zombie for a while. So I go, okay, you still doing that? I need a priest. So he says yes. So I'm like, okay, swinging through. If picking up some mana pots, then I'll be down there. Down there. So I get to IF, no invite, thinking that's kinda weird. So I'm like, how many people are in this party? Well, just me and him, it turns out. I'm like, I thought you were going to BRD. He goes, not anymore. So I'm silent for about 5 minutes, thinking, what is this guy on? So I'm like, I thought you're going into BRD. I don't think I'm interested. So he gave me the little flip off side, and then said I was reported for what I have no idea. ... but yeah. ... but yeah. ... but yeah. ... record stuck. Hang on. Yeah. That's my weird story of the day. Fishing for to win. MC Murloc dropping it like it's hot, Fojil. Now I'll have to find you something else. Oh, there's plenty more where this came from. We be spinning. So we should utilise the crap to provide the rap. Rap. Well, no one hit on my hands here, folks. This next guy. Oh man. Just wow. Seriously, wow. 1 and a 2 and a 4 and a 3. Put a limit on BOE items. One can have ... A dot and a dot. This game is turning into EQ. People hoard BOE epics in blue and sell them for outrageous prices, and it's hurting the economy. Also makes it harder for newer people to buy half-decent items. Other than hoarding AH, what other reason is there to have more than 2 or 4 BOE exits? Breathe. This guy needs to learn how to use sentences. Bloody hell. 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Epics and or blues at any one time, and I have 2 other 60s and plenty of cash. I can afford this stuff by the economy is turning to EQ1 all over again. Was wondering why age 15 here isn't at least a threatenable offence. It would act as an effect on the adverse players. I can buy 10 items and choose not to because the farmers and auction holders are ruining the economy. This would at least make it annoying for people to be greedy and help to balance things out a bit. Post edited by Titan Limited. Can't even spell his own name. I don't think that's even a word. Okay, one more. Found this an interesting thread entitled A Weapon with 1395 DPS.
Now, some guy who should be slapped around the head thought that this responsive thoughtbot to this weapon, obviously a fake, was worthy of a quote. He was mistaken, but it's definitely worthy of parody. So get ready for this one. This is what happens when Americans attempt sarcasm. Bad idea. You're no good at it, really. I'm not kidding. 13, 7, 2 and a 5. I had this item when I was level 200. Dot, dot, dot and a dot. It was difficult to get. Dot, dot and a dot. You must run around UC 1, 2, 6, 8 times within 12.27 minutes. Then a dragon NPC level 500 plus. He appears. You must kill it by yourself. Unarmed with a broken equipment. Must jump his cops 5, 7 times. Dot, dot and a dot. A hobbit appears and you must wave and a laugh and a dance with him. Dot, dot. Then he opens a portal to Middle Earth. In Middle Earth, you must find Frodo and help him to destroy the ring. After that, though a portal, you must travel to Bora Bora and catch Nemo, who is held in Shriek's lair. He gives you the heart of tyrants, Lionheart, Knights of the Round, also the ability to transform into Squall. You must Rhino and steal her ring from her bedroom. You must give that to Yoda so he can train you to become a Jedi. At last, as a Jedi, you must kill Winnie the Pooh, Donald, Tarzan, Bill Gates, Bin Laden, Saddam, Cartmel, Bulbasaur, Barbie, Beckham, Jordan, Tenten and Obelix. Then you must take their heads to Son Goku and he gives you the item. Dot, 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 dot. LOL. Dot, 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 dot. Stab face now.